Okay, so let's look at how we can also express quantities as percentage of another quantity. Now, in the previous lesson, we looked at how we can express percentage of a given quantity. This time, you'll be given two quantities, but you'll be looking at their percentage. Have you gotten that? Good. So, um, it will not waste time. Let's say you are given P quantity. Let's say you have P quantity and you are asked to express this P quantity. So let's say you have this, you are to express this P quantity as a percentage of another quantity. As another quantity, let's say Q. Good. So these are the two quantities. You are asked to express this P quantity as a percentage of these Q quantities. In this case, you are given these two quantities, but we are looking at what percentage. What percentage? So this is to say that what percentage of this quantity, the Q, is what P. That's what we are talking about. What percentage of this Q quantity is the P quantity? That's how this topic what goes about. All right, good. So for this one, if you have this, all that you do is when you are asked to express this as a percentage of that, then you need to express this quantity a fraction as a fraction of the total quantity of what this Q. So you are going to express this as a fraction of what a fraction of the total quantity of this Q and multiply by what 100% because we are asked to express this as percentage. Now remember when in the beginning when we started, we said that when you are asked to express a certain number or quantity as percentage, you leave your answer in percentages. All right, great. So most of the time, if you realize whenever you are asked to multiply, you are asked to leave your answer in percentages, you are going to multiply whatever you get by what 100%. All right, good. So this thing here, what you do is you only express this P, okay, as fraction of the total quantity of this Q as what Q. Then you multiply by 100%. So whatever you get here will be in percentage. That is how it works. Okay, good. So we'll not waste time. Let's take example so that you get the understanding better. All right. So let's say in a question you are asked to express. Let's say you are asked to express 30 as a percentage of, let's say, 85. Good. So you are asked to express this as what percentage of 85. Now let's use this principle. So all that you do is just find what fraction of this figure here as the total of what 85. So you just write 30 divided by 85, then you multiply by 100%. Great. So this is what you get. So it's going to be 30 times 100 all divided by 85. Have you gotten the point? Yes, because it's either you multiply this by this and divide by 85, or you divide 30 by 85. Whatever you get, you multiply by what 100, and then this is what percent. Because at the end of the day, we are going to add the percentage. That's why I'm bringing this percent so that you don't forget. Okay, great. So let's work out. So this one is going to give me 3,000 all divided by 85 or percent. Good. So what is 3,000 divided by 85? So this one you are going to get 35 point. So I'm going to approximate to two decimal places. Two decimal places. Good. Then you add your percentage. Okay, because you are asked to express this as percentage of that. So when you express this as percentage of that, that is how you go about it. All these things are very basic. Okay, these are very, very basic. Good. Now, do you know that the same question can also be framed as this? So this question could have also be asked in this way. So we could have asked you that what 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 percent what percentage of 85 is 30? Okay, the same question. This is the same question. So in the first one, we said express this as percentage of what? 85. And this time, you are asked to what percentage of 85 is 30? So the same thing you see here can also be framed in this manner. So when you are asked in this way, the same process, how you worked with this, that is how you do it. So take note, students should be very, very careful whenever they are asked such questions. Okay, so it's either you can be asked in this way or you can also be asked in this way. Okay, good. So when we teach you different ways, diverse ways. You can be given a question to solve. So when you are given the question, you know that, oh, okay, so this is what is expected of me. All right, great. So so when we say what percentage of 85 is this, so it is the same thing. All that you do is what? This is 30. You find the fraction of this 30. Okay, as what? Total of what? 85. So the same process. So it's going to be what? 30 divided by what? 85 times the 100%. And that is the same process we have gone through. So we are not going to work with that, but we are going to use another method. Okay. So note that the same question, we can use a different method to do that. Okay. So we are going to use another method. Now, you see that the question says, what percentage of 85 is this? Now, remember that in the previous one, when we were expressing percentage of a quantity, you'll be given the percentage and then you do what? You multiply, you change that percent to fraction and you multiply by what? Whatever quantity, and that gives you the answer. Okay, so this time we take our sentence from this part, percentage of. So what percentage of 85? We don't know. So we can say let the x percent, because you said what percentage of, the x percent of 85 equals the 30. This is a mathematical statement because we are saying what percentage of 85 is 30. So if what percentage of 85 is 30, it means we are looking at the percentage. What percentage? We don't know. So we let any variable. So x percent of 85 is 30. So mathematically, we can write this as what? X percent, then the of, you know what it means, times 85, which is equal to 30. Remember, is 30. That's why we are using equal sign. Okay. And remember, we said that whenever you are given this as percentage, you can express it as what? Fraction. So I will get my x divided by 100 times 85, which is equal to 30. Great. So you see that this is very, very basic. Okay, so this time I'm going to get 85x because I'm multiplying this, all divided by 100 is equal to this. Okay, great. Now, since we have this fraction, I've already told you this is not a matter of cross multiplication. I know once you have this, you quickly do cross multiplication. It's not a matter of cross multiplication. We do what is appropriate. So when you have this, what it means that you have fraction and you need to find the LCM and multiply through. So you just need to find the LCM, which is 100, and multiply through. So it's going to be 100 times 85x all divided by 100, which is equal to the same 100 times 30. So this one goes, and then we have 85. So we have 85x, which is equal to, so 100 times 30 gives my what, 3000. Okay, just divide both sides by 85. Then what is x? My x becomes so when you divide 3000 by 85, you're going to get 35 point, so approximated to 2 decimal places. Then it is in percentage, so you add your percentage. All right, so you see that you can use this procedure to get your answer. You can also follow the same principle. So the same question. All right, so whenever you are given these kind of questions, you should know how to go about it. You don't just start and write something. Okay, so know that different ways or diverse ways of giving you questions. Most of the time, because students do not solve a lot of questions and different questions, when the one way they learn in class, when they get to the exams room and they are given questions which are set in diverse ways. Meanwhile, they have been taught, because they don't solve different questions, they find themselves wanting. So, my dear students or my dear learners, please take note of all these things. All right, good. So, um, I want us to take another example. So, in our our next lesson, we are going to solve another example on this, and then we look at how we can move on. All right, okay, so see you next time. Thank you.